Howdy, happy day, President Trump. I want you to know and everybody else that I actually believe, I firmly believe, as a matter of fact, that you will be fully exonerated from all this nonsense to do with impeachment. You know, not unlike the Judge Kavanaugh incident and the Russian mess, and on goes the list. I mean, you've done nothing bad except fix the country. I don't think I want you to babysit my grandchildren, but you're a great messenger in a lot of ways in that you get the job done. In a lot of ways, you're not, maybe, but the press, how much of that is real? How much of it isn't real? We got to look at the results, and the results are there's almost 7 million Americans working now, and there's so many other things. You've appointed so many judges and on the right, and the country will feel that impact or have that impact for generations to come. I mean, it's a good thing. You've done a great job. And so when it's over and when you're exonerated, preachers and others will come to you and say, forgive and forget. I think your answer should be forgive and forget. I ain't Jesus and I don't have Alzheimer's. I wouldn't forgive and forget those pikers. I mean, they're scoundrels and scallywags, all those Democrats. They make me crazy. President Trump now has his transformative impact happening on the federal courts, right? He's now appointed 187 conservative judges. 187, that's a big deal. I mean, again, as I've already touched on, that changes so much in the future to the right, and it gets rid of so many socialist things that previous governments had been putting into place. The Ninth Circuit, in particular, which Trump has rallied against as a big thorn in his side over the past, due to his liberal bent, has seen a very dramatic change in his makeup over the past 3 years since he's been president, with 10 of its 25 active seats now held by Trump appointees, 10 out of 29, and nearly half all appointees have been done by Republican governments, right? So that's a big deal because that stops the movement of socialism. Because socialism, it doesn't creep anymore. It races. And he said, I'm going to stop this. And to do that, in light of all of this, the Kavanaughs, the thises, the that's, and the impeachments, and to be able to continue to come out with good stuff, that's a big deal. That's a big, who could you do it? Could I do it? Probably not. When somebody beats you up all day, how do you do anything but fight back? You just defend yourself. He's managing to get some things accomplished, so that's glad. That makes me glad. That would be it. It's assumed that the climate is changing wildly outside of the historic fluctuations, and there's scant evidence to that. And when the president calls it a hoax, and when I call it a hoax, many people give us pushback. And I always say, don't let a fact get in your way. Give me some proof, because if it's really true, I'll help you. I'll work with you. But I think for the most part, you're an alarmist. Can you do things to help the environment and the climate? Of course you can. But climate changes. There's daytime, there's nighttime, there's wintertime. Climate has always changed. Ask a dinosaur what they think about climate change. Congress, another thing that President Trump is proposing, he's saying, hey guys, no pension. A congressman collects a salary while in office and receives no pay, or shouldn't, when they're out of office. Pretty straightforward. No more perks. Get rid of the perks. That's why a lot of politicians, even on the Republican side, don't like him. He's trying to drain the swamp, and everybody's mad at him. Everybody, many, and he's just trying to make the country better. No more perks. Kind of makes sense to me. I think of Canada. I don't know what the salaries are for an MP, but they're up in the $160,000, $170,000 a year range, and these people get perks and they get pensions. And why? When you make that kind of money, 2 or even 3 times more than the average Canadian earns, surely to goodness you're smart enough. You got elected to have your own pension figured out. Why do we have to do it for you? I don't want to adopt you. We just want to hire you for a while. Then he goes on to say Congress must abide by all the laws that they impose on the American people. Right now they don't have to. There's all kinds of little rules. This is for you, not for me. That's not very nice. All contracts with past and present congressmen are void. The American people did not make contracts with congressmen. Congressmen made it for themselves, to protect themselves. And again, that's not nice. The Congress made all these contracts for themselves. Serving in Congress is an honor, so says the president, not a career. Well, it is a career until he changes it. It needs to be changed everywhere, including Canada. You know what? Commies think in the US of A that they will win 2020. They won't. They're wrong. They're missing stuff. I don't drink. I haven't for years, but I go to bars a lot. Bars, coffee shops, that's kind of what I do. And I talk to people. I talk to regular Americans, and you know what? They whisper it, but they support the president. And this guy has rallies bigger than the Rolling Stone rallies. The people, they're trying to change them. They being the liberals, they're trying hard every day. They're boom, boom, boom. But it's not working. It's not taking, because the American people, I was in a Walmart just before Christmas, and I said to the lady, Merry Christmas, and she shouted at me, Merry Christmas, we can finally say it again. And she hugged me. I said, whoa, I'm old but not dead, and you're pretty, you don't be hugging me. And she said, you know what? God bless our president. But she whispered it, and I said, don't whisper, shout. And most people out there in the trenches, that's what they're thinking and talking about. Look at a map from the last election. Red in America's Republican. The entire map is virtually red. The entire map is virtually red. Double speak there, but you get it. I mean, I think these Democrats, they don't know what else to do. There's no hope for them, and they're trying hard to discredit everybody, because that's all they have. They don't have anything else. There's no facts. There's no facts to support anything that they talk about, whether it be climate change or the Russians or the impeachment. And that's all they got. So everybody needs to be on guard for that. And God bless America, but God bless Canada. God bless you, and have a happy day. See ya.